etc. Admin was there doing the countdown. Uh, a black SUV with Ghetto Boy, uh, Guy
Sunny.
Fox, I think it is. Sanny, two of them are there. I don't know who the fourth person was in the SUV, but I guess they were going into town to or the city, whatever you want to call it, to get meds. At that time, that we were trying to push everyone out, and then I guess Stevens, you know more about it in Chicago. Know what happened at the front of the vehicle because I was at the back going after the pink SUV that wanted to VDM people.
Yeah, no, what they'd done, sir, instead of driving up the ramp slowly, they put their foot down. I was about to come out, sir, with an arrestee in the back of my vehicle. So they've come up the ramp and whacked me, so I've gone flying backwards. They've stopped there and then drove forward and hit someone else's personal vehicle, sir. I didn't know there was military. I just did my job and tased the vehicle with my taser macros. And then when I went to arrest Sani, she logged out. And that's when Ghetto Boy kicked off with me, and that's when I turned around to you, Red. You was there, Red, and I turned around to him and I went, "No offence, sir, but the city is our jurisdiction. You must follow the laws." And he just went mad.
Well,
That's-
Ghetto was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Sandy was the one being more disrespectful, going, "You guys don't have jurisdiction" or something like that. And it's like the city
Oh, I
is
thought it was
PD's
Ghetto Boy.
jurisdiction. That is our faction area. So I don't know
Okay.
how. I don't know.
Yes.
Like I said, I don't know what the hell happened. I was going after one vehicle. You know what happened with the other part. I'm trying to figure out who the hell tased them out of their vehicle.
I
Like I
did.
said, down on the sidewalk though, or up on top.
No, no. So they were actually in the car park of HP, sir.
Okay, because all I know is that pink car comes flying down the street, smacks into the SUV that the four soldiers were in. I come around this way. I'm still facing this way, going after the pink SUV. I drop that, and as soon as I drop that, I have four soldiers laying underneath my feet. And I turn around, and that's when I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then that's when they turn around and said, "I messed up when I didn't even touch my damn taser. I threw up a macro." I don't know how throwing up a macro means I fucking messed up because somebody else tased you out of a vehicle, but it is what it is. And that's the part that I'm trying to figure out.
All right. Well, y'all do have body cam of this. I hope.
Of course, your body cam,
Oh, yeah.
sir. What do you take us for?
All right. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll make sure either if they don't get demoted, I'm sure I'll talk it over with Soblead, but they'll either be dismissed or demoted. That's for damn sure. Disrespecting you, PD like that, I ain't gonna have it.
Well, Ghetto Boy actually, I pulled him aside just to, because him and I were still confused as to what the hell was going on at that moment. So I pulled him aside. We had a civil talk. I explained to him I didn't tase anybody out of the vehicle. I was going after the pink SUV. And then him and I talked a little more. Forget everything that was said, but we kind of patched it up there. We were going to both look at body cams and see what we seen, and then we would talk to everybody. Like I come talk to you guys or whatever, vice versa, and we'd try to figure something out and make sure everything's still good because of a little misunderstanding or a screw up or whatever happened over there.
Right. Well, still, I think my soldier should have kept it. You said that Sonny was the one being disrespectful.
It sounded like it. Like it was. Everyone was a little heated at the moment. Um, so I think not hothead. You know what I'm trying to say. Being a little upset with the situation. I guess from all angles, people might have said some stuff. I don't know. Um, I know it was way too goddamn loud to get control of the situation, no matter how much I raised my voice.
Right. Well, irregardless, I mean, if say that I was in the car of the SUV or whatnot, and you'd accidentally tase me in the soldiers, how I would have handled the situation is I would have laughed. I would have laughed because it's no big deal, right? Because you guys are, it's heck. Because I have seen it myself. I was at HP not too long ago, and it was crazy. Gang members were just running amok, and I seen Steven there, and he was trying to get control of the situation, but I know how hectic it can be there. So, regardless, they should have just laughed it off, and then they should have explained the situation. They should have just left it at that. For them to be disrespectful or even non-compliant or like anything other than laughing because it's no big deal, right? Because obviously they should know that if that they wouldn't have known it was you wouldn't have known it was them until they were out of the vehicle, right? So it's like, of course, they should have known that it wasn't anything intentional. So they should have just laughed it off. And like I said, they were just tased out of a vehicle. So nobody got shot or killed. So I don't understand. Nobody was put in cuffs. So I don't understand why they even made an issue out of it to begin with. I mean, honestly, you guys were just, like I said, doing your job, and how hectic it gets down there. I mean, that's understandable. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a talk. Let me see if they're online right now.
Also, Sir Ben, I do apologise to interrupt you guys for this one. So, what do you want me to do here, sir? Do you want me to let you sort it, or do you want me to send the one against Sanit over to admins after logging out once I taste the vehicle?
Well, honestly, that's actually your call. I mean, but it's either way, depending on how she addresses me in the situation, if she doesn't give a full apology, I mean, either way, she's probably looking at dismissal. But I mean, yeah, it's your call on that one because honestly, she should definitely shouldn't have been any type of disrespectful towards you. You know what I mean? I
Well,
mean, especially
what I'll
since
do
it's
then, sir, out of respect for yourself and your faction, I will not send it into admins. I will leave it down to you, sir. Push comes to shove, though. If it comes out of your control, she kicks off with you, she gets dismissed, I will put it in and she will have a 3-day vacation.
Yeah, that would be actually appreciated because depending on how she explains this, Sonny, who's shooting?
What is she doing?
They're not joking.
I'm just not with it. I'm trying to
Stop.
hire a man.
Enough.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna give you a quick little interview.
No,
Stop
so please,
shooting.
no.
You don't
This
even
motherfucker
see what's
was
going
really
on over
disrespectful
there.
to me.
I'm not
No,
over
this
there, okay?
motherfucker was really goddamn disrespectful. I was getting in a car, right, and I had to set my phone down to charge my phone, and then he fucking tased me at my vehicle, and instead of saying sorry, he says ha ha, and he takes off from my
Okay,
fucking
sir,
vehicle.
why does
That's
someone join the
tasing me out of it.
Hear you.
No, I at least deserve to kill him once.
Let's
It was
come over
very
here.
disrespectful for him to do that. Wire money. See, and he's just laughing about it. Let me kill that motherfucker.
There is no
Stop
way to go
shooting.
Hey, yo,
You've
I
been
get from
unloading
wrong man.
clips. Stop shooting.
Okay, sir.
You say you want to. You say you want to hit him one time, and you've unloaded
I
multiple
would have killed
clips.
him for being disrespectful.
Well, stop unloading clips. You're out front of a gate.
We do things.
This is
Hey,
majorly unprofessional.
Look. First of all,
Police
hey, yo.
officers.
Hey, first of all, take this bullshit from Southgate. I want to base some shit. Walk that shit out, not over here.
Oh, now wire money. Now you turn on your body cam, you little mother. Now you
Enough.
turn it on. Oh wow, that's
Enough.
pretty man of you to turn it on after you already did everything you did.
Take it into base.
Over. It's gonna be handled, but right now you're not gonna do that in front of this man that is trying to get a job. It's not fair to him that his interview is getting all screwed up right now.
You slow. I'm so bleed. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot her for you. I'm gonna kill her.
Why do you want to join the Wednesday Army?
There's a fine line between playing and being disrespectful. And that fine line, I don't go for disrespectful. I never disrespected him. He ain't gonna disrespect me.
Okay. Okay, if and when you join the army, you cannot leave unless given permission by a general and escorted by a general. Generals will have on the uniform I have on. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay. If you leave without a general, you will be fired. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, we have a zero tolerance for sexual harassment and respect is a must. Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. Um, the chain of command goes as follows. The heart generals. Do you agree to follow orders?
Yes.
Okay. During the material theft event, there may be 3 to 4 people shooting at you. What would you do?
Shoot back.
That's a good answer if you got the shot, but the first thing you should do is take cover when anyone's shooting at you. If you
Something
have
like that
to,
because I mean I'm gonna admit it. I've ran into a couple police cruisers because of the lag down there. You know what I mean? That's why I started doing that. But where's Ghetto Boy? Is Ghetto Boy online? Have you guys seen him?
I thought he was over here talking to y'all.
Yeah,
No, I haven't seen him.
I do understand. It could have been. There's so many ways that could have been handled. When I was beeping at one of them, they could have just said, "Can you just stop the car right here so we could get out the car and go?" Once they
But
tased us, we just felt disrespected because why
so
did you do that?
for all they knew, we don't. We were you driving an army vehicle?
No, it was Ghetto Boy car.
Right. So for all they knew, you were just a citizen or gang member. Well, probably a citizen, just beeping the horn at them. They don't know you by name. You guys are
They don't
just
have. Oh, I beeped. I didn't run him over. I thought beeping was the most appropriate way to for him to get on my
well.
way.
They sent in the body cam. So I guess you did not mean to run over Officer Stevens then.
Definitely not.
But we stopped when we came in. When we first came, like we stopped, and they said we beat the horn. And I even said on my mic, "Hey, can y'all move out the way?" Right, and they just stand there. But at the same time, like y'all right, right. But at the same time, like at a driveway, like why would you stand in the front of a driveway? You know.
Yeah. So the way that the body cam paints the picture, this is what happened. So you guys come in, and I'm assuming it was an accident, but you guys hit one of their cars or the cruisers, and it went flying backwards. And you know there could have been some beeping beforehand. I don't know, but for all you were just gang members running into cars and trying to stop them from doing their jobs. So of course, Red not knowing any of you soldiers by name. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that just like most of our vehicles, they're tinted out so you couldn't even see inside the windows. So of course he's gonna do his job and tase the gang members out or citizens that are causing mayhem. So it's like you should have first announced yourself like, hey, this is Army. You should. I mean, if anything, you should have offered your assistance, even though we're not allowed to help them. That would have been like the thing to do. You should have known that they're PD. We work alongside with them. But they had no way of knowing that you guys was Army. No way, because they don't know you guys. You know what I mean?
But
I mean, they
people
don't
should know
even.
we're definitely not gang members. We don't have a tag underneath our name.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mean to say gang members. I meant to say like citizens. You know what I mean? Because for all they knew, you were a group of citizens in a car. Because there's no way to tell that you guys were soldiers, right? We don't have nothing else to indicate it. Unless it would have been me or the DFGs. I mean, they would have done the same no matter who would have been in the car, right? But they know us, and so otherwise they were just doing their job and being extra cautious for someone who's rammed into their police vehicle. You know what I mean? Because that's actually can give you a violation. If you weren't a soldier, you would have already done, got like 2 to 3 possibly 4 different violations. Even accidentally running into a cruiser, that's a violation. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, though. We should have, like, when we pulled up the HP, I should have, like, put up my macro in the floppy chart saying, hey, this army is here at HP. You're here in the block. Jeep came to do a mad run. Maybe if we'd have done that, they probably would, the situation probably would have been avoided.
Yeah. So, I mean, can you honestly think that if they would have known that you were soldiers, do you think that they would have tased you and done any of that? Because I don't even have to ask them to know that they've never, as long as I've ever been on this game, they've never even put a weapon towards a soldier outside of our training. It's because we work alongside this faction, or we might as well consider them soldiers or generals from our faction because we work so closely together. So anything that was done, it was done out of confusion. You know what I mean? So, but with that
Yeah.
being said, can you, since it was a confusion, and you guys do know that PD would never tase the soldiers, can you apologize to the officers for the misunderstanding?
Oh, yeah, man, certainly. Mr. Red, Roya, and Mr. LT Stevens, uh, on behalf on me and Sani and the entire army base, we do apologize for the incident that do happen today. And moving forward, as approaching going to HP or any other establishment, we have to approach with better understanding and use proper macros.
Honestly, I mean, it's up to Coomer or Soul Bleed or well, mainly Coomer, obviously. Um, I mean, if you guys are going to do a med run, you could always use fall chat to just let us know that there's an army, like a vehicle with soldiers going to HP or something, just in case if we're dealing with that stuff, we actually have a heads up that we're be on the lookout. Like, for instance, a black SUV 4-door rolling up to HP for med run. Then we could keep an eye out for that, right? And mistakes won't happen. Be like, okay, well, just chill here for a second, away from the area. Let us clear this out. We'll let you guys in right after we get it clear, type deal. Communication.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, like Coomer said, really, we're all one big family. Regardless if there's some people with an army or PD that don't like each other, at the end of the day, we're a big family. We always have been, minus when there was a specific person in the army that we're not going to talk about right now, because I'm already heated as is, not because of this situation, because of 20,000 other things. But yeah, no, we're a big family. We wouldn't actually do that to you guys. Well, I know I wouldn't. I've never tased a soldier unless we were doing training or taser battle or something. So yeah.
All right. So yeah, so me and Soulbleed, we're gonna have to talk later about how to proceed forward. Uh, uh, but yeah, so there was supposed to be I think a training between us and PD today. I mean, obviously, I guess you guys had your hands full, so you couldn't do it. But so is that still on for today, or maybe we'll reschedule?
What
When was
time
you
was
gonna
it?
tell me they were training?
Oh, there's supposed to be trainings with Army and PD every Monday, but last week nothing happened. I don't know what the hell happened. Clovis and I tried getting people the garage for something, and yeah, that didn't happen. So
We did actually
what?
train in Military Town last weekend. We trained.
I said I'll get you. Jump in the
You
yard.
wasn't there, and Charlotte wasn't there, but we had the rest of the PD. Chicago PD was there. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got together in Military Town and we did some 1v1, some
I guess I'm gonna go back
like a
out to my
taser
room.
championship and whatnot have you, with medics also.
All right. So Clovis, I got suckered into a phone call with Clovis. Yeah, I know you can hear me, Clovis. He just educated me on what's going on. Apparently, he knows more about it. What time did you want to do that training?
Whenever time's good for you guys. I mean, we got raid at 10, but anything before or after that, well, after that would be fine.
So about quarter
So-
to 11 type deal.
What?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or
Red. 11:45. Isn't that like 4 o'clock in the morning for me, sir?
I mean, unless we can get everybody up here now before their last raid.
No, it's fine. I'll do 4 o'clock in the morning, sir.
I mean, come on. You
Shush,
had a vac-
doing 4 a.m. Oh, sod my day. I've had a big 2 weeks. Listen, I've missed this. Shut up. Come on.
Oh, I know. One thing I know, when you go a day without being on one state NRP, you go crazy, and you're like a puppy or a kid in a candy store, walking in like, oh my god, I'm getting all this stuff every time you come back. So
Listen, I've earned myself $500,000 today just by wages, sir.
well, that's nice. I'm not even going to tell you how much I've made today.
No, shut up.
Well, and if you got time, real quick, Red, I'd like to speak to you in private. Just about something that's at least 2 to 3, maybe even 5 to 6 PD officers have came to me and have told me some issues at PD which I did not ask them to do, but they were asking,
What?
they were requesting to. Well, I just should talk to you in private, if you got time.
Yeah, you know this rock better than I do right now. Since the update, we'll walk over here.
Red,
Y'all
do me a favour as well. If it has any issues, can you let me know, sir? As a Cobra officer.
Yep. Oh, I'll let
Thank
you
you.
know.
Oh, well, that's cleared. I did, yes. Sonny Mom, so when I tased you out of the vehicle, when you hit my vehicle, then hit someone else's vehicle, you logged out. I've spoke to your FG, and I will not be opening up a green ticket as respect of you and the military personnel themselves. I spoke to him just before you arrived, to be fair. But please, from now on, Mom, if a PD officer tases you out of a car, they don't automatically mean you're going to be arrested and dragged over to the PD station. All I wanted to do, Mom, was detain you and have a chat. That was it. That was it. I only wanted to detain you so you didn't run off. I didn't know you was army. I thought you was a civilian who's going to think, oh, that's it, I'm going to pull my AK out and run off. Joe, and that was the idea. But please, in future, if PD do tase you, especially when you're in the city, if you don't agree with what's going on, don't log out. Ask to speak to a supervisor. There's officers always around supervise-wise. Just ask to speak to them. Because they'll come down, we'll have a chat with you and just say, listen, I don't agree with I've been arrested. Body cam will be requested and we'll send it over to our generals, our higher ups. Does that make sense, Mom?
Yes, you're completely right. I have a bad experience with PD from running over HP by accident, and I was arrested completely. I couldn't say anything, so I just thought when that happened, it was gonna happen the same way the first time. But I
No,
understand. I apologize.
So I'll introduce myself to you. My name is LT Stevens. I am an advanced police officer, as I've been called by the FG and the DFGs. I'm maybe in SWAT uniform. I've got 4 years experience as a PD officer, Mom. I'm strict, I do my job correctly, and I follow everything by the book, which means server rules and PD rules, violations of the city. Everything is done by the book. But I will always be respectful. Unless you're disrespectful to me, I'll talk in a nice, calm voice and I'll lock you up. But keep respect, you get it back.
Understandable.
No worries. Thank you, Mom.
It was definitely a misunderstanding. I apologize.
Well, it's all sorted now. Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to introduce myself so you understand why I've got out, put up my taser macros, and got quitouche.
Yeah.
I'm just too strict. Some of the PD officers don't like me for it, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I understand. I was just triggered because I thought I was gonna get arrested. I apologize.
I'll be honest with you, I was wanting to detain you and have a chat with you. I wasn't going to arrest you straight away. The question would have been, why did you drive like an idiot going up the ramp to manage to hit me at speed? That would have been the question.
I understand. I understand. It was kind of packed. My phone was laggy, and that's why I had to log out the phone and come right back because it was really laggy at that moment.
Yeah, well, it's not a problem, Mom. Like I've just said, it will not be going over to admins. It's just going to stay between the people that are here. I don't need to go and tell any more officers because it doesn't involve them.
Correct. You're definitely right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you, Sir Fox. Thank you, Soul Bleed, as well, sir. Sorry, I nearly called you Soul Breed. I do apologise. I'm half asleep here, sir.